Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is well on this Wednesday morning, afternoon or evening where you may be in the world. And today I'm going to be bringing you an article from the Northumbria police here in the United Kingdom. I found an article which the headline title is called "Better Supporting Autistic People Who Come into Contact with Police Custody." So that's the headline title, and that really gripped my attention. So I thought it was important to bring you the latest autism news as I try to, and latest disability news. And as an autistic woman, I felt this was important to bring it to you now, and it grabbed my attention. I thought it would make a good video and something positive to talk about. So let's get into it. Police officers in the Northumbrian region are better helping to support people with autism who come into the police custody. Custody officials have been working together closely with specialists from Cumbria, Tyne and Wear NHS Foundation Trust and Patients by Experience to provide better support and services to people with autism that come into contact with the criminal justice system or custody units. People with ASD, which stands for Autism Spectrum Disorder, can find it difficult when faced with situations they are not familiar with, and they can become overwhelmed by sensory issues. Being able to better understand the process of being in a police custody unit and how it can affect those with being on the autistic spectrum. Northumbria Police Sergeant Helen Davison said, "Our priority is to ensure the well-being of everyone who comes into police custody or into police contact. It is important that we do learn from people with lived experience to help improve our custody processes and provisions. For example, asking questions such "Have you had a drink today?" But for someone on the autistic spectrum, this may be taken as a literal question. So instead of asking it literally, we might ask you, "Have you had any alcohol today?" It is important to be clear and concise with those with ASD whilst doing our risk assessments and bringing someone into the custody police unit. As part of the risk assessment, we ask questions such as, "Do you have autism? Are you autistic?" so that the custody staff can routinely contact the criminal justice liaison and diversion team at CNTW to provide more specialist support when they need it. Amy Salisbury, Criminal Justice System and Liaison Clinical Lead, said, "Working alongside people with autism and lived experience in this way is the most effective approach to identify areas of good practice and to further develop our services." Michael Blakely, who is the Criminal Justice and Diversion Team Manager, said, we are excited to be working with Northumbria Police to bring about changes to meet the unique needs of people with autism within the criminal justice system." So what are my thoughts on this article as an autistic adult and on Northumbria Police? Good question. As an autistic adult, I am very pleased that Northumbria Police are taking steps to better support people on the autistic spectrum who come into their custody or into contact with the criminal justice system. I feel by getting their officers trained in autism will help them to better communicate with us and other autistic individuals they may come across. Yes, individuals with autism are likely to get sensory overwhelmed in environments that they're not sure of, such as police stations, and custody units are a nightmare for those on the autistic spectrum like myself, due to it being bright lights, smells, people's voices, sounds such as computers and telephones. I'm happy that they are taking the well-being of people with autism more seriously. However, I like that they mentioned eye contact, because a lot of us find eye contact extremely daunting and physically and mentally draining. Also, asking open-ended questions are a no-no, are a not great idea, as this gives us sensory overstimulation and sensory burnout. Asking us if we are autistic or have autism, again, is not a good idea. One, it's an open-ended question and we may not be able to answer it in time or in the appropriate tone or what to say to you. So again, it may be seen as being shifty or non-cooperative. A lot of us may carry a autism alert card or a medical condition card to let you know we have a form of disability, whether that's physical, hidden, emotional, mental, intellectual, learning disability, such things. So again, try asking us if we have a medical card with us or even a medical bracelet. Some of us may wear it as jewelry to let you know if we're in mental distress or to identify with us better. So what you can do to help identify and communicate with us. I always carry my autism alert card with me every day in my wallet. It does not leave my side. If I feel I'm going to have a situation where I need to communicate and I need to use it, especially within the police or criminal justice system, I feel police need to just basically take the time to understand us and talk to us better And the more they spend time with people with autism and get trained individuals by experiencing there to train their officers and make it more personal and informal, I think the more likely they are to succeed when they need to go out and particularly get someone who may be a victim of crime or may have actually been the perpetrator of the crime. Then they'll know how to communicate with that person. Such things as not touching them, not breathing near them, not wearing high-scented colognes or perfumes, because again that will drive their sensory issues up through the wall. Not wearing tight clothing, so not wearing a tight shirt or not wearing a tight jacket that may get in their face or get near them to the point where they feel sensory overwhelmed because of the material, the smell. Your washing powder, keep it to a minimum because they will get oversensitised with the smell because of how strong or how mild it might be. Again, any hair products that you have in your hair, again, maybe another thing they get overstimulated with. Just keep the smells and scents mild or practically plain if you can. But I do support this project. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think it's going to help a lot of autistic people who need better support when it comes to the criminal justice system. I think it's something that should be spread across all police stations across the UK, in every single county where there is a police force or a local police sheriff or a police constable or a local police community support officer. Like a lot of my hometown has a lot of police community support officers and an actual station. So the more that you can train officers in autism or dyspepsia for that matter will help the bonding process. It will help you to trust them and tell them what's wrong if you need help or medical help. At the same time, I think what we need to be careful of is that this isn't just a box ticking exercise, that it's not just something that's being done because they're expected to by government or they've had to do it via complaints or they've had bad experiences with people on the autistic spectrum like myself. So please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will be back next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.